Hello, hello, and welcome to the Donald J. Trump astrology reading here. We're going to do tarot reading on the astrology reading. So let's just start off with underlying energy for Donald J. Trump from October through January of 2025. Okay, yes, smallness. He feels like a child. He acts like a child. He rants and raves. He says lies like a child. You know how children just lie? They're just like, oh, yeah. They say what they wish. And you don't punish them when they do it. Like, even up until like 7 and 8 years old, they don't know what they're saying. They're just saying it because they wish it was true. Oh, I know I didn't take this cookie because they're now wishing, because they know they're going to get in trouble for it. So now they're wishing they didn't take it. And that's kind of what they say that because they know that's, the right answer. A lot of small things, small ideas. Okay, very small ideas. Not very well thought through ideas. Okay, and also not eloquently articulated. This is talking like a child as well. Thinking like a child and acting like a child. And that goes along with, them saying, oh, he only speaks at like fourth grade level or something. Okay, he throws out the truth. This, actually, I'll show you guys that. This just came and landed on the floor, okay? On the floor. So I'm not going to take it because it's off the table. But the truth is thrown out the window, okay? It's whatever crosses his mind, he'll say. The wind blows and he's on to a new subject. 2 seconds later, he literally can't string 2 words together. Well, he can string 2 words together, but very, very often, it's either he can't string 2 sentences together or he can't connect 2 paragraphs. He'll just ramble off, that thought led to something else, and he'll just spiral basically around in circles, word salad and whatnot. Incoherent. So, if you haven't seen that with your own eyes, please watch. This is why Kamala is telling everybody, watch the speeches, watch the rallies when he shows up 3 hours late last night. Anyway, starting off with the first aspect here, we have transit Jupiter in the 4th house. Okay, now there's this overlying theme. I've read on him before and done deeper into his tarot into his astrology than I will read. But I will tell you, kind of, there's an overlying energy of him and his inner growth, okay, and his inner life and his inner self, which is weird because we don't think about Donald Trump being capable of any kind of inner growth or introspection, but he does have this insecurity. Okay, he knows that he's not as articulate as some people. That's why he brings a lot of humor in, and that's why he just attacks people so much. And his strategies, they show a lot of his shortcomings. He's got these insecurities, and they're very loud. And this goes through April 5th, especially highlights this, and is going to almost he's got this new start with his actions because of this growth. This growth is transformative. Okay, in his 4th house here. So again, this is kind of like his, I don't want to say his legend, but it's like his virility and his vitality here. He's definitely insecure about it. He's afraid of being judged for it. He's afraid of being judged physically. He's afraid of, being judged on his actions. He's afraid of going to jail. This is the final judgment. He's really afraid of this doom coming. This is not a good card for him. The doom is going to be descending on him if he does not win, this election. He's not going to be able to pardon himself. He's not going to be able to attack people who are, trying to take him down legally through the 3 lawsuits that we still have going on. The main ones. A lot of other things going on, but the big ones that are threatening to take him down. And he's feeling it, okay? We have transit Saturn in the 1st house. Okay, so again, this is deep. This is like his basic virility in his 1st house. And Saturn, if this doesn't work, he has nothing else. He has to get this. He has to get this position, or it's like his world is going to crumble. His truth, even about his basic self and who he is, could and will crumble. He's very worried about this, okay? He wants to control it all, but it should be looking within. It should be reflection and introspection is what I think this transit would normally bring to someone. But for someone like Donald Trump is unable. His truth is his truth. And his truth is running from the law here and trying to avoid it. Like I feel like I could do a reading on this, but, you know, he's definitely going to be considered fleeing the country. He's definitely coming to a point where the stuff's hit the fan, and now he's got to really take a hard look at what is he going to do. He's got to do something new. He's got to do something new. Okay, let's keep going with this. That transit in Saturn in the first house is through February 16th, 2025. Okay, Saturn in conjunct natal Chiron. Again, this energy of this inner healing of deep, deep, deep wounds, old beliefs. Okay, Four of Pentacles. We had that card on Kamala. Okay, but this is in a different place here. This is Saturn in conjunct natal Chiron. So he's so stubborn here. We might not get again as much like healing of deep wounds that you would think with this transit, but you're still gonna have the issues. This is the environment. This is the people around him, the structures, the institutions that are coming at him hardcore. And normally that again would make somebody assess their own beliefs. But for him, it makes him hunker down like a turtle or like a bull. He's just going to power on through. The deep wounds that he have, that's what it's the mother wounds here that are really fueling him, and they make him more hard and closed off, and they make him more like it's like a dog that bites somebody and they clamp down and they do not let go. His truth is his truth. His mother wounds are his mother wounds. You know? Okay. So a lot internally going on with him, probably more like he's feeling probably more than I think he ever has. But obviously look at these cards. See what's missing? There's no feelings here. Okay. So it's like, how is he dealing with the fear of being locked up? The fear of losing the presidency, losing the election. Okay. Again, he's thinking, should I pack up here? Should I pack up and run? Should I hide? How is he burying funds? Is he trying to hide offshore account? Like hiding accounts is kind of what I'm getting there. Burying stuff in the backyard with Ivanka. I don't know. But again, things that would normally make people question their own thoughts and beliefs and kind of their internal structure, maybe it's just not affecting him as much like that. He's just gonna power on through, and that's the thing where I just keep getting this recurring vision of like his spirit guides are just like trying to jump up and down, stop, like whatever he can do. And that's why you see, you know, we know this as people, like when we go through life, if something keeps on happening to us, or if we don't get the picture, then the universe is just going to make us keep having that same issue, but in a greater and greater way until a crisis happens, and then we'll really stop and pay attention. And that's what we're getting here. That's what I'm getting with his energy. And that's why he keeps having these flubs and these things that happen. It's like, wake up. His spirit guides are trying to tell him, but he just won't listen. Okay, let's look at, we have sort of which you think would be a positive aspect here, Jupiter sextile natal Pluto. Okay, this could be big. This is probably one of the most positive aspects that he has here. This ends February 27th. Okay, this goes along with ideas of creativity. Ooh, power and freedom, in quotes. I mean, because it's coming from him. It's coming from him. His freedom isn't only freedom for certain people. Okay, his ideas are only ideas that are going to help certain people. And that's coming back to bite him here. His creativity has been lacking. Again, there's no emotions in this reading. That's notable. Okay, the creativity is lacking. He's just going through the motions. He's restating the lies. He's been restating the lies habitually over and over and over. He's trying to see how her hand is out. She's trying to guide this truth here. She's trying to create it with magic, and that's not gonna continue working for him as good. Gotta admit, he's a good manifester. He can say something, and whew, how many people believe him just because he said it? Okay, but he's gonna kind of have a big reduction in that ability. Okay, his creative power to manipulate and to kind of brainwash people here. Something's not quite adding up with this, and what could have been a more positive aspect is falling short big time. His lies are not landing like they used to. Okay? He's been reduced. A lot of his negative, trash, his laundry has been aired. And that hurts. That hurts his reputation. That hurts the way people think about him. And it keeps him busy. And a lot of these court cases are keeping him so busy that he's not able to spin the weave, a little pun there, I guess. But, he's not able to spin the lies and control the minds of people as he used to. And even some institutions, maybe not supporting him like they used to. Okay, we've got also Saturn square natal Uranus. Okay, this could be big. This peaks February 6th. Saturn square natal Uranus. So, of course, Uranus being, something big happening. Again, we were just talking about how if you don't change your ways, that makes something worse happen than the last time. Ooh, okay. So we've got I could have had it all. I almost had it all. This is going to cause so much anger. And yet he's still going to, on one hand, pretend like he's still got it all in an effort. He's not just going to give up trying to manipulate people with lies. I mean, come on. But there's this energy of, and this goes along very well with Saturn square natal Uranus, his narcissism. The idea, the image that he's created is completely crashing with reality. He can no longer claim to be this family man, this proponent of individual rights and all of this and the other. He can't even claim to be, a good businessman. That image has crashed down, and people can now see the light. Big clashes with reality, and that's a higher overarching theme here. But he's avoided change, just like we just talked about. He's avoided this change. He's probably in, a lot of money trouble here. A lot of money trouble. His family probably, I feel like I've read a lot on this, and I think he might have certain people in his family or a certain woman that does stick with him, that is saving his, is his saving grace here. But otherwise, it's all pain. Okay. Let's look at Saturn in conjunct natal Jupiter. Okay. This is not a positive aspect. This is definitely a lot of frustrations and challenges. And that comes in the money. The money. And again, his ability, he's literally like, what the hell? That magic that I used to have, where did it go? That money that I used to have, where did it go? And how can I get it back? Okay. I'm not going to say he's not able to grift anymore. He's able to grift. He's actually taking, families' life savings, especially elderly people wake up one day and their family realizes that they've spent, $87,000 because they're senile. Their campaign actually preys upon that. Okay. The way that the messages that they send, the speed and the routine in which they send them. A lot of frustrations here. And again, this is peaking February 2nd. There's a lot going on here early February. And I think it's some of the lies that he's going to be spinning and trying to spin since the election. He's going to, obviously he's going to contest it. He's going to say he lost. But you can see these don't look like winning cards. He's being judged. He's trying to force the truth through. Okay. We have one good card, but it's in between, it's upside down and it's in between. Let's get a clarifier on these two cards. I'm just getting a lot of denial. Again, avoiding change with that Saturn square natal Uranus, Saturn square natal Jupiter here. It's like it was so close. Again, he's really going to think, that he almost had it. And that's, again, it's going to upset him a lot. Okay. Let's look more again at these two clarifiers. Okay. So yeah, he's going to be up and down. A lot of this is just speaking to the volatility of, I think, his position and where he's at in his health. Okay. This isn't just his money for all these pentacles. This is his health is up and down. One day he feels on top of the world. One day he can't even talk, and he better stay in bed and not do interviews that day. That's why they're canceling the interviews. And I think that's what a lot of this frustration is. This is his health going up and down, and there's no stability here. He's not able, again, to get the kind of donations. He's not able to have the kind of stamina that he would need to not only fight, you know, what he's going to say as a stolen election, but also fight the court cases. And then just the, the general consensus out there and the words, you know, that Kamala Harris is going to be stating and all of this stuff. So let's look at Saturn square natal north node, peaking March 2nd. So this is what I envision here. Again, it's a square with Saturn. That's a lot of limits here. And squaring the north node, it's like I think there's going to be, in March, there's going to be a lot of negativity for him. Again, he's going to be feeling very small. He's going to be feeling less than he ever has. I mean, narcissists, when they age, there's this, you know, feeling that they don't age well. They don't necessarily age well because they're losing control that they used to have. They're losing that vigor and that physicality that they used to have. Yeah, his health, whew, with this loss, it's going to exacerbate everything. And not only is he, you know, in all of this peril financially and, you know, legally as well with the final judgment, he's battling having a grasp on reality, okay? And dealing with that, waking up one day and not being able to speak well, and waking up and not feeling the same, you know, again, that you used to feel. And again, I think some days he's fine, and some days he's not. But it's becoming more and more obvious to everyone, okay? It's beginning, and this has a lot to do with his future. The outlook on his future at this time, in early March 2nd. There's going to be a big contrast between his past and his future. And it's going to be obvious for everyone. This is kind of the final chapter here that we're seeing manifest. And it's like once you turn that final page and you're like, not the final page, but like when you're getting into that, you know, that climax part of the story, which just, you know, just is happening. And it's still, you know, he's trying to fight it. He's trying to fight the stolen election. But now we're seeing, oh no, it's kind of obvious where this story's going now at this point for a lot of people. He's unable to reconcile this past and this future with this Saturn square natal north node. Okay, his future does not look good in early March, and it's going to scare the hell out of him. He's going to be, again, like a child in ways. Okay? Like a child in the negative stage. You know, that negativism. No. Because I said so. I went this and see another child card. Look at all these pages. Okay? Again, he's supposed to be learning lessons with this stuff. But he is so damn arrogant and so single focused. And he's been getting away with so much for so long. And yes, this has to do with, you know, cases and even more cases and more people understanding the legalities, the number of women that have come out against him for SA, all of this stuff. His past is catching up to him. This is a lot of karma. Okay, let's look at transit Saturn square natal sun. This is a big one too. This to me peaks March 25th. Okay, he's going to be dealing with something here. Okay, and this has to do with his obsession versus his reality. Yeah, he thinks he's so high in the sky and mighty and so classy and royal even. And, you know, he deserves so much accolades. And so he's perfect in his mind. But in reality, everybody else is going to be, again, increasingly obvious that this is not true. He's going to be dealing with something here. And this is courts. This is courts, the higher powers that be, putting him out in the cold. Again, it's almost like he might be, I don't know if this is going to be exactly what it is, but it's sort of similar to like being offered. He's going to have good offers. He's going to have good choices that he could make to make things less easy on him, just like he did in the last court cases when we watched him. Like, Donald, you might not want to say that to the judge. You might not want to tell your lawyers to say that to the judge. He's going to, as you know, he normally does, he's going to self-sabotage and make things even worse for him than they could because of his denial of reality, because he won't admit anything. He will never admit any wrongdoing. And that is only going to make things worse. When you have to make the courts work harder, they're not going to be kind to you in return. That's coming through big. Okay, Jupiter, trine, natal Chiron again. So just right off the bat, a trine, you know, usually more positive. This is peaking March 25th, 25. This is Jupiter. This is expansion. This is a good opportunity. And again, with the Chiron, natal Chiron, for inner healing, okay, to overcome, let's say, limiting beliefs. Is he going to do it? He's always got a choice, okay? He could surprise us and go within and do some shadow work here and get somewhere, maybe even do some emotional healing. You know, I doubt we could go that far. He has some opportunity here to overcome limiting beliefs. Let's see, will he take it? March 25th. Again, this is still in the same day, you know, where he's got this transit Saturn natal sun, which is peaking the same day. This is 2 transits peaking at the same day, the same exact day. Okay, so let's look at this. Yeah, this obsession. He's thinking he's flawless still. He's trying to portray that he's perfect, but they're all upside down. His obsession is like he couldn't let go of it, and it makes him look silly. It's just clear. Again, the child on his white horse. Everybody's like, okay. At this point, it's like, okay, Donald, whatever you say, Donald. Like even more, because reality is not matching up with this energy that he wishes he had. See, it's at a crossroads here. There's some crazy showing through, and he's got whatever these court cases is. There's something big around March 25th that he's having to deal with, and it seems like he's going to try and almost like ignore it, and because he's obsessed with, you know, let's take another card on this. He's obsessed with something here. He's obsessed with the fight. He's obsessed with, you know, his toddler way. I won. I did win. It's mine. Give it back. You know, like he can't accept that he didn't win, and it's gonna hurt him even more. Is this public perception, or is this okay? Yeah, there's no, again, with the childlike behavior, it just becomes so clear. You know, he doesn't have any temperance. He's just off the walls here, and his arguments and the actions that he's taking, it's kind of like, well, Donald, if the election was stolen, why can't you prove it? Why aren't you suing? Why aren't your court cases being accepted? Why are you acting so positive, but you're not coming up with anything tangible? You're starting the story, you're laying the blame, but you're not, there's no practicality. It's all anger. It's even going through the motions, because he can't keep it together. So again, they might be kind of having to hide him, and it's like he can't even say what he wants to say. He can't fight the way that he wants to fight. And I think even internally with him here, he's getting more childlike, and that's affecting his message for sure. Okay. Because that fear and everything we talked about up here is reducing him to childlike, you know, even more. And kind of with his dementia as well. It's like all hitting him from all corners, basically. So did we look at, so that was Jupiter, square natal Chiron. I like how we got the inner child. You know, the happiness eludes him, and everybody's starting to see that he's just an angry old man here who acts like a toddler and has he really has no temperance. You know, he has no real true dedication and real true fight left in him even. People are going to really see, you know, he's just an old man who acts like a toddler. And he's really, you know, is he going to be able to overcome these limiting beliefs with this Jupiter trine natal Chiron? Is he going to be able to do this with this, okay, no, he's not. You know, there's a letting go, there's a new page, there's a turn the page, but at what expense here? He's dealing with something that's a death blow to his happiness here. It's a death blow to his message and everything he's trying to do. And this, I'll put this back like this. Okay. We finally got some emotion there, but he can't show his true emotions. He's got to just, he's just so limited. And only something really big, really transformative here. Whatever he's dealing with. I mean, he's really dealing with so much. Yeah. But I think ultimately, you know, he's dealing with his own feelings because he's hidden them for so long. And he doesn't deal with them. He just he releases, and then there's no, like, again, there's no introspection, but that's catching up to him. It really is. And on the outside and the inside, it's interesting. Okay, so will he be able to overcome limiting beliefs? Maybe a few, not many. Even though, you know, it's like that tumbleweed or that snowball just keeps rolling down the hill. And if he doesn't stop it, if he doesn't stop and deal with his feelings, his true feelings, not the fake ones, you know, then it's only going to keep getting worse and worse and worse for him. Okay. So that was all. Those two last aspects were peaking on March 25th. So now we have Saturn's trine natal Saturn trine natal Saturn on peaking on March 27th. Okay, so this is where, you know, we have a trine with Saturn. He's working on something here, and he's finally able to be proactive. He's kind of overcome whatever the situation was that might have culminated in something happening on the 25th of March. He's trying to overcome. He's trying to, you know, rally the fighters. He's being proactive. He feels better about the situation that he's dealing with. Okay? He's able to control people more and manipulate. It's like, oh, I got my powers back. I'm able to spread my lies again like I used to be. So maybe he's gagged and and something happens, or, you know, he might get a case that, you know, where something happens that makes him happy or gives him a little bit more power, but he's definitely the energy of, like, dealing with that situation, whatever was bugging him earlier in the month. And it doesn't have to be just on the 25th. I think some of that frustration challenge energy was really coming from early February as well. So we also have Saturn trine natal midheaven. Okay, so again, that's kind of this past coming back to him, but yeah, there's a confidence. It's like he's able to spin his past and overcome, and he's moving forward regardless. He's still able to manipulate people. Okay, and he's got like new ideas. He's got something up his sleeve here. Okay, in regards to manipulating, I think his base is really all it is. So let's look at Saturn sesquiquadrate natal Pluto as our last aspect. This is peaking April 6th. Okay, see how this manifests for him. Yeah, so the reality is he's broke, but he doesn't live like it yet, and he doesn't care. There's some kind of careless, oh, he's always, you know, going to be good. And maybe there's some senility, again, kind of going on there. This, the deep theme of, you know, him having these issues and not dealing with them. And then kind of this, so yeah, I mean, we've got I think his family, again, in this woman, there's always a woman in a red dress that comes in and saves him. So, you know, there may be that he has some kind of financial wins. He has, I mean, should be more challenges. It's only a sesquiquadrate. Again, even though he's broke and there could be a lot of things for him to feel sad about, it's like he refuses because he knows that if people see him sad, that, you know, his narcissism won't like that. He's going to pretend that he's fine. Oh, that's fine. Oh, you know, I'll just use that to my advantage. And in a way he can. He is kind of the master at taking a sad situation and turning it into something else. Okay, let's take one more on that. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. There might be, and I got this on the last one, there might be some sort of a saving. Or maybe, you know, something turns up with his health here. He regains some health back. Okay. Or it could be financial here. Okay. Yeah. It's external. It's more financial. Okay. he gets a financial win. We'll put it that way. Somehow, somewhere, you know, that's, again, early April. But overall, you know, this is not winning. This is not winning cards here for the presidency. And, you know, this is a long fight and a lot of issues that are not being dealt with in Donald Trump. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.